Alright, get all the foam trimmed up so I can get the insulation panels in here a little bit better. I still gotta clean that up a little bit, but you get the gist of it. Most of this I did off camera. As you can see, made it nice and square so that way I can put the panels up against this one. I'm notching it out and I just put them, I gotta trim it down to the top. Alright, got the first piece of plastic in there against the block. Got a little piece up here I gotta do. See, I got the foam all trimmed up. And then I'll be back as soon as I start getting the foam pieces work. Okay, we've got all the plastic done up there. Got it down all the way to the bottom. There's a couple spots I do have on the sides, just like a staple into the strip just to hold it in place. And then this is some of the foam that I have that's actually left over from old packing material. So I have no reason to throw it out, so I've just been kind of collecting it for projects like this. I've taken this big sheet, I had one just like it, ripped it down like this into 21-inch long pieces. Because what I have is between here and here is 21, so I can actually just kind of stack them all the way down. That way I can cut out around different obstacles. Okay, to show you how I'm doing this for a round thing, I got a piece that will fit between this and the top. I slid the top up just a hair so that way I had room to play. But what you do is essentially hold it here. You can see I got 2 marks below it. Then take the same piece, put it against the edge and against the top. Then mark each side again. And where they intersect, this is the area that I'm going to be cutting out. Alright, I got this in. One thing I should have shown is exactly what I use. This is what I use to actually cut this with. It's actually just a hacksaw blade in this. It's a little handle. Basically, I don't remember where I got it from, but it was just a cheap tool I had years ago. I just kind of kept. But now, you can see, we got all the foam here. We can put everything down in. I'm gonna go to the top and push it down. All right, I ended up having to cut this piece a little bit more because it bothered me I didn't have a nice tight seam against. So I took it back and scribed it and got it cut it. So it matches perfect. What you're seeing now is the black marker line. There's really nothing between there. Once the drywall goes over top holding this, it's not gonna move. Well, on to the bottom piece. All right, bottom pieces are in. Now I gotta work on getting these top pieces. All right, we got foam all the way around now. So now I have the vapor barrier, I got the insulation in. Like once I get drywall, I can put that up. That'll be a different video. So now, after I take a little break, we're gonna take this wall. All right, change my mind, I'm not gonna do that yet. Actually, I'm gonna finish doing the insulation and the foam. So I still have to do up into these cavities yet. You see where there's nothing all the way to the outside weatherboard there. All right, it's gonna be hard to see it, but what I do, you can see I got a piece here. This is 9 by 14.5. And what I end up doing with that is I'll put one piece all the way up here in the rafter, flat up against the outside. Then I'm gonna actually get other, I have some 2.5 inch, I'm gonna stack other on here to make a big, thick thing of foam. So what I'll do is I'll put another piece up against that part, and then so on and so forth down the thing. So each board is going to have a piece of foam against it. Now you can see the same place with the foam up against it. And we just keep going, repeat every space between there, and as long as the framer did their job correctly, I should have 14.5 inches between each one. If there's one that's a little off, I can always cut another piece a little longer or another one a little shorter. All right, you can see I'm getting some progress done. I got some foam here. I had some white stuff, so we get that put in. And what I'm gonna end up doing is the concrete block here, there's gonna be another lip that goes over this. So there's gonna be a piece over this and a piece over that to help insulate this. And you can see how I get this cut. This part here is what's gonna actually go up and go underneath one of the floor joists here. So that way I have a piece underneath of that also. And then the next piece will mimic this piece. So that way the next one, this end will butt up to this end and just keep on going. And now you can see how it is in place. Like I said, so the next one will do the same thing off of this side and keep on going down the line. So I'm not gonna show you each of those. All right, you can see, made progress. I got the foam all across the top. Now I just gotta do back behind here, but I gotta move some ceiling tiles. All right, just update. Got all that done all the way over here. This one, I can't do that. Not easily anyway, because of all the pipes and utilities running through here. So this one's just gonna be just regular insulation going through it. All right, all done with the foaming. Starting to go into this wall now. Because there's actually two different kinds of this paneling. This stuff is actually just really cheap and breaks apart really easy. The other style is this stuff, which is like a hardy board, which is hard to get off. All right, got all that off. And I did use the saw and went across and got all that scored at the ceiling level all the way to that corner. And I found out there's just a rope coming down through to the box as a pull cord. I guess that's pretty smart if you were ever going to use it. All right, started getting some more of the wall down. I got this side down, and I was working on this sheet here, and I realized that this is mounted to the sheet of paneling. So I gotta back up, take this off, and figure out my wiring situation. It's time for a little disclaimer. If you don't feel comfortable working on electricity, you know, get an electrician, or make sure you have everything turned off to your house before you start playing with something like this. All right, we can actually see what we have now. And there's the other one. So there actually is drywall on the other wall. So they put more of that hardy board over top of drywall. But on this side, yeah, there's nothing. So I'm gonna have to fix that.